are going to be your guidance cards for the week of February 21st through February 27th of 2021. So you have action as your energy of the week. I feel like you had this not too long ago. Action is very much where you need to, you might have had this last week, but it's where you need to move. You need to do something, there's some sort of action that you need to take and you're not doing it. The picture shows like the two horses running, and it's supposed to represent the swift motion between the horses as they're running through the pasture. So I feel like you are not moving quick enough, or you're not doing something fast enough. So you're needing to take action this week. Let's see. So Scorpio, a challenge or obstacle that you might face, you have the Fool. A lesson you've already learned that can help you with that challenge or obstacle, you have the Ten of Wands. An outcome for the week, Scorpio, the King of Wands. Okay, so glad to see that King there. All right, Scorpio, so it looks like you're not taking action on something. You're not doing something that you need to be doing. Your challenge or obstacle is the Fool, and the Fool is very much where you're not taking the leap. You're not having faith in the journey. Whatever it is that you're needing to take action in, I feel like you've lost some sort of faith. You've lost some sort of hope, and you're not wanting to take the leap. But the lesson that you've already learned that can help you with this challenge or obstacle, Scorpio, you have the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is where you're stressed. It's about stress and worry and exhaustion. But the Ten of Wands is also about where you are at the end of this tough lesson in life. Whatever this tough, stressful, exhausting life cycle is, you're finished it. So I feel like it's telling you that you have finished this. This is done. So whatever this was that was very stressful and very exhausting is over, and now you need to have faith to keep going. The King of Wands is your outcome. The King of Wands is Aries, fire, so it'd be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But the King of Wands, it can be any sign. It's having courage, being brave. The King of Wands is someone who is a leader. King of Wands is about being motivated, being energetic, and taking action. So I feel like at the end of this week, you are going to have the faith. Something's going to, whatever it was that you stressed and worried and were exhausted about, but you finished, that is what's going to help you take this leap. That's what's going to give you the energy to keep going. All right, Scorpio, we are going to clarify this week. We have been doing it for the last few weeks, and it helps get us a little bit more information. So let's see. For the Fool, you have the Hermit. So this could be a spiritual awakening. So you could be trying to avoid your spiritual awakening, and that's most likely what's happening, Scorpio. A lot of times when our spiritual awakening is happening, we can get scared, we can get fearful. The Ten of Wands could have something to do with like a lot of fears and a lot of doubts, something like that. But I feel like it's possible that your spiritual awakening is happening, and you could be fearful of it. So you're not trying to take action to do anything about it. Alright, and then for the Ten of Wands, you have the Star. So it's about hope, having new hope. This is completed. Whatever this worry, this exhaustion was, is done. Now the Star is about like purifying, cleansing something, healing something, and moving forward. You're having hope for the future and the forward motion. King of Wands is the Page of Pentacles, so a new journey. So it's a fresh new journey, a fresh new start. I feel like, so the journey is most likely going to be your spiritual awakening. So I feel like what's happening here is you're not taking any action. You might feel like a lot of things happening to you. You might be seeing like a lot of synchronicities. Spiritual awakenings can be caused by many different things. It could be caused by something traumatic that happens in your life. It could be caused just because you decide that you want to go out and start learning and to become more spiritual. You might be wanting to go gain more knowledge. But most of the time we don't go gain that knowledge until we're forced to. Until the spiritual awakening, like we've been catapulted into it for whatever reason. A lot of times heartbreak can cause a spiritual awakening to begin. So if you've experienced any kind of heartbreak, if you've had any kind of loss, any kind of grieving, would cause a spiritual awakening. And I feel like that is what's happening here. You can't really hide from your spiritual awakening. It is something that's going to happen, but if you do control the speed in which you get through it. So I feel like this is telling me that if you're having your spiritual awakening and you are not, maybe you're fearful, or it's stressing you, it's causing you anxiety, something like that. I feel like, and it's connecting, you see the star, she has like this string connecting to this big star, bright star up here. I feel like you just need to connect to the universe. Maybe you need to pray to your higher power. Maybe you need to go in search of the knowledge. I mean, knowledge is power. So as soon as you understand what is happening, that's going to help you get through it a lot quicker. If you keep trying to like hide from it and not acknowledge the signs that you're seeing, or the things that are happening to you, it's possible that you're just kind of, you could make it more difficult than it has to be. A spiritual awakening is not easy. It's something that when we go through it, it's a whole life-changing experience. So if you are going through it, Scorpio, go gain the knowledge, get the power, find out what it is that's happening, so that you'll understand, one, you're not the only one. Spiritual awakenings are happening in masses since 2020. So I feel like this is just for someone who's maybe there's this happening and they feel like they're losing control of a situation, and they are not trying to take any action towards it. So like I said, you can continue down this route, Scorpio, but you're going to keep hitting that brick wall. Or you can just surrender, and when I say surrender, it's not like, oh, I'm giving up, I have no control. It's not that at all. You're just surrendering to the process. You understand what's happening and why it's happening. Alright, Scorpio, we are going to pull guidance from Queen of the Moon Oracle. And we'll pull two, one for the beginning of the week and one for the end of the week. You have wisdom. That is going to come with spiritual guidance. With your spiritual awakening. It is falling on top of the Hermit, which is also wisdom. So I feel like this is just a confirmation. Wisdom is also talks about when you go through life's experiences. So this 10 of Wands back here, when you go through these experiences and you build up these wands, and you build up this stress, and you build up this worry, and you build up the exhaustion, you're learning. Even though you're tired, you're still learning. And what we're supposed to do is learn from the experiences, so that when our next part of our journey, we can make easier or less difficult, right? So that is what's happening. When you have your spiritual awakening, that of course happens in a massive amount. Like, it happens really quickly, and it changes a lot of things, and you do gain a lot of wisdom. So I do feel like you've climbed this ladder. You see this ladder, and you've climbed it, and you're closer to spirit, and you're starting to understand that that is what is beginning to happen here. And you have nourishment. So Scorpio, make sure you're taking care of yourself. We do have the full moon on the 27th. This full moon, you'll be able to see it best Friday night, but the full moon is at its peak on Saturday morning, the 27th. And that is the end of this week. This is the Virgo full moon. This is a healing full moon. They call it the snow moon. And this moon, every moon we release energies that no longer are helping us grow, no longer helping us move forward. So when we release those energies, we're opening ourselves up to newer energies that come in with the new moon, right? So this full moon, you're releasing, this is the healing moon. So you're releasing anything that maybe like unhealthy habits. If you drink, if you smoke, if you overeat, if you don't exercise, that kind of thing. You're going to release that negative energy so that you can be open to newer things. Like, I'm not going to smoke, I'm not going to drink, or I'm going to eat healthier, or I'm going to start working out, or something like that. But it's more about like your health. And this full moon is also when you're going to release any unchecked emotional baggage. So anything that you're trying to like sweep under the rug and not deal with, you really have to deal with and just release this full moon. Alright, Scorpio, we're going to end it with a Monology Oracle, and this will help with guidance with your thoughts and emotions. I imagine your thoughts and emotions are already very intense, very up and down. So I can tell just by the way the week is starting out. And a spiritual awakening is something that's probably been coming for some time. And if it's telling you to take action now, you probably haven't been taking action for quite some time. So it's something that you're trying to block or stop or hold back from happening, and you could probably feel it keeping things from coming to you. You can probably feel it like blocking energies from you, making things maybe a little bit more difficult, I think is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so for thoughts and emotions, Scorpio, you have, it's the waxing crescent moon. Have faith in your dreams. Alright, Scorpio, I'm going to end it there. I hope you have a good week. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, if this feels like your tribe, please like and subscribe.